Bill O'Reilly here. Please watch this highlight from the No Spin News. To watch the full episode on demand, simply visit BillO'Reilly.com and become a subscriber today. From Cambridge, Massachusetts is Graham Allison. He's the Douglas Dillon Professor of Government at the Kennedy School at Harvard and the former dean, as I mentioned. All right, that's a pretty good build-up, so don't let us down here, okay?
Thank you, Bill, but just one thing you got wrong. We were proud to have you as a student. We were proud of you as a graduate.
Thank you.
I'm proud to say you were a graduate.
Thank you. That's very kind of you, Dean. Likely outcome for Putin. How are you guys seeing it?
Well, the first thing to say about what's going on is that we should all take a deep breath and realize that we're members of an audience in a theater of war. We usually think about theaters of war in military terms as if that was a geographical domain, but I think the metaphor is powerful as we watch images flashing across our screens and hear the clashing of cymbals, to know that while on the one hand, there really are bombs and bullets killing people on the battlefield, at the same time, all the parties, the Russians, the Ukrainians, indeed the Americans, are engaged in an intense information war. And the superstar that's emerged in this, interestingly, is President Zelensky, who actually has taken information warfare to an entirely new level. I think he's been brilliant at this. Partly he's taking advantage of his previous career, but he has risen to the occasion. But what this means is that for us, as we're trying to observe what's going on, is that we should have a degree of skepticism. We should know the things that we know about wars for the last many centuries. First, we know that war is thick with fog that's almost impossible to impenetrate. We know that truth is the first casualty of war. As Churchill said, it's so precious it has to be wrapped in a bodyguard of lies. We know that, as Clausewitz taught us, that there's huge friction that occurs when perfect plans are translated into operations. We know that the first report we hear is almost always wrong. So I think if we start there, we have to accept that we have a degree of humility about the ability to understand where this may end. That's what I wrote about last week. Start with the theater. That does not mean that we can't try to infer or can find some signals in the noise. At this stage, it's very clear that the Russian military forces underperformed in a way that has surprised and required for them to regroup and refocus. It's clear, surprisingly, that the Ukrainian military and the Ukrainian people have shown themselves to be so courageous and so determined to resist. So that's been very impressive. It's clear that Zelensky has actually emerged as the statesman of the hour. And basically, I would say the most impressive of the statesmen that we're watching on the international stage, both in terms of the strategy, but also in terms of the showmanship.
As you may know, inflation is out of control thanks to the policies of this administration. Retirement accounts are especially vulnerable now. When inflation goes up, your savings goes down. Protect your hard-earned wealth against inflation. Please call the people I trust at American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. They are the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Takes just a short phone call, and they will deliver physical gold and silver right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. Plus, tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. So please don't wait. Call 866-501-5201. 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201. 5201 or text BILL to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below, and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, The No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.